He's starting out on the terror side, enemy CT side. Roster rundown for you here from Alpha Draft. It's going to be Kusta, Anomaly, Relics, Mainline, and Uber. For CLG, it is Tarek, Finesse, JDM, Hayes, and Cutler. We do see CLG staging up here inside the halls for what looks to be some type of inner hit.
Yeah, big shout out as it's going to be Truck, our cameraman for tonight. Skylar, or should I say Relics? I usually say Skylar a lot, but because that's his real name, but he likes to be called either or. So it doesn't matter. He's actually on the other side towards the lower ramp here, on the other side for the CTs. But here comes the execution from Counterlogic Gaming, starting off on the T side, and they have made their way inside the site unscathed. And look at that, they pushed all the way up towards the lower ramp. They hear the footsteps. Tarek's going to jump through. The trade's going to come in as well, but they just come in across and get all the headshots and clear out towards the Z-shaped hallway. They flank across, take down Anomaly, and this is a two-man show to take down a 4K with Mainline falling down towards the Z. And what a round for CLG to start.
Hey, what do you want me to say there, man?
Nothing.
It's not much.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, pretty much a flawless round. Tarek's the only one who took any damage, but he also got a quad kill, so I think it's well worth it. That was just a dominant round, man. It's sweeping through the inner bomb side. No problems there for CLG, and it's a rough start here for Enemy, but it's just a pistol round. They'll still be back on round number 4 with the guns, and we'll see them be able to contest there, or maybe they can make these CZs work. They did force up here with the armor and the upgraded pistols. We'll see what they can do. We do see them pushing up a little bit here on the ladder. Uber just waiting it out. Hayes will jump into his open arms.
Oh, he's at such a good angle, but just can connect with the CZ. He actually gets tied down to 29 HP. At least was able to hold down Hayes to 22, but that frag should have been his, not Hayes. But a scout shot coming through, then capitalized from the AK-47 by Tarek. Mainline trying to push with the CZ as well, but traded back by JDM. So the 1-man advantage comes back here for CLG.
And I mean, CLG is able to get into the inner bomb site here with the bomb. Or outer bomb site, excuse me. They're going to get the plant here pretty soon. There's still a couple of people floating around the bomb train. Uber and Anomaly are still up here, but Hayes has caught the lurk of Relics, so that flank will not come into play. And so CLG may not lose another member this round.
Well, he peeks out, and yeah, you're right. Finesse gets the frag onto Uber, but it's close. I mean, they had the right contacts with the CZs, just unfortunately couldn't get that third or fourth bullet to get the kill. And if that was the case, JDM and Hayes would have been the first casualty of that round, which would have changed the total outcome of how the round would have panned out, meaning that they would have had less control of outside, which would have given maybe a chance for EnemyGG to get something done on the flank rotation. There's only one guy watching inner flank, and that was Hayes, that upper ladder.
Yeah, now it's pretty much just a full save here from Enemy. No one really has any money invested except for Uber with the P250. CLG once again looking like they want a flawless victory out of this round. I mean, they've won these really clean. They've only lost one member so far in all 3 of the first rounds played, so that's really doing wonders for their money.
I mean, they had great flashes on that push onto T-Con from Z. The only disadvantage is, or the only thing they should have done for EnemyGG is that after that flash, you can't go for those left and right peeks around the corner to try to get the kills. Just go all out and spray as much as you can. Because the first guys are actually blinded, so you could actually try to get the kill there and maybe trade after. But the third and fourth guy who are coming out are not blinded, so they could just come out and take the upper hand, especially when you don't have armor. You're getting shredded.
Yeah, so now we have the first rifle round, though, but it's still a pretty low buy for Enemy. Really low utility on nades. They don't have an op. Uber's on a FAMAS, so it's not really the ideal situation for them, but they do have guns in their hands, and this is their first chance to try to contest CLG, but JDM is going to have his op in play. We will see him bringing it right now over towards the inner halls. They do have a little bit of a boost going on here from the CT side, but what? I didn't even catch how that happened.
Yeah, Anomaly was actually just trying to peek with his body there towards the lower ramp, and JDM just went for a quick peek out and got the kill there. And now we're going to get some battle towards T-Con very soon. Tarek went for that flash, and Uber actually had a great position there, but they've overtaken towards this inner bomb site, and JDM is the one that gets the opening frag again, and there you go. They win that fight. Uber wins that fight at T-Con and actually covers the bomb, so we could turn things around. JDM now for a trip kill, getting another kill onto mainline. Skylar, Relics will have to try to hold it, towards the bomb train. JDM peeks out. JDM gets the 4th shot. Oh, man. Now it's going to be 5v1. Uber is spotted, trying to walk back behind the plank, but gets caught just before he made it there. And Finesse goes long range with a tappity-tap and makes the score now 4-0.
Man, it's been just a pretty dominant game from CLG here. The Lord of the Tides is looking for a win. And JDM has a big round there with the op. It's a quad kill round for him. 8 frags in 4 rounds, so looking pretty good there for him.
Oh, it was a huge 4-kill there, especially on the gun round.
Yeah, I mean, he got 2 really early picks, and that was like the 2 key frags of it. The rest was just kind of cleanup. And now CLG knocking on the door of the outer bomb side here. Enemy playing underneath Hell, trying to see if they can't swarm him with the flank, but CLG wise to it here, holding it off just fine.
Yeah, well, there's only one guy that dropped first to get some information. Then Mainline comes out and gets a second kill after picking up the AK-47. But it could still be one guy dropping down towards the ladder, and he's playing it very slowly. JDM anticipates that, watches the flank towards T-Con, gets the kill. Hayes comes back and looks again, and now Uber's the last man standing. 7 HP, he's not going to be able to do anything there, so it's going to be now 5 unanswered rounds for CLG. It was a pistol buy with small armor for EnemyGG. They're getting the bonus money, they're getting full gun rounds, but just again, not enough for an AWP unless they go for, the glass cannon, and Kusta will exactly do that.
Yeah, so I do want to note that these teams have played head-to-head on 3 different maps, none of which we'll see tonight. But just to give you an idea of how they play against each other, Enemy has never been able to even get double-digit rounds against CLG before in all 3 official matches that they've played. And then 2 of those were on LAN, one of which was an online match in ESPN.
That's not a good stat.
Yeah, just wanted to throw that one out there. Hoping to see Enemy do better here, but Cutler catching Anomaly through the smoke there. Kusa finally does have the op, but his team are just falling in these aggressive positions, trying to play up the lower ramp, trying to get inside the ladder room, and they're just, CLG able to handle it. No problem.
It comes down to, like, they're playing aggressive for counter logic gaming. They're playing confident as well. Mainline flashes himself, gives an easy kill for Finesse. So not only is it Peaker's advantage or the way how confidently CLG is playing and just getting these kills, it's just they're making it difficult for themselves. Speaking about EnemyGG with these self-flashes.
Yeah, I mean, CLG looking to be on the verge of another dominant victory here. Trying to save his...
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Boosta. Can't get this.
No.
We've played 6 rounds, and so far only Tarek has died more than once.
That's so embarrassing, Tarek. What the hell are you doing? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's first man in. Yeah, I give him a little credit here.
I'm just playing, but no, the enemy has to do something else right now, and they're continuing to go towards this save buy situation where Kusta finally decides not to buy any armor so that he can go for a full op and armor for the round after. But really, like, the aggressive way that CLG is playing, and Enemy is trying to do the same thing. They're always trying to take control of this ladder room, but it just can't do anything out of it. Ooh, check that out.
Oh, well, here we go. I like this round. On a save, they're able to get a few frags. They have a 3 versus 2. They picked up an AK on mainline, so this is finally a chance. But JDM with the op, he's so fast with it whenever he's in the peak of his game, and he just completely brings this round back for his team. And in mainline left, though, JDM swings around. Mainline gets the kill. Bomb is down. There's a chance here for mainline.
Oh, no, he just made it a lot easier for Cutler to pick up the bomb and walk away from this. So he mollied, or incendiary grenade towards the entrance of T-Con. Mainline's still going to try to peek out. Cutler does not win the fight against Mainline, which is surprising to me that Mainline did not keep his AK out.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that gives Enemy a little bit of juice. They had a close round there. They had it into a 1v1. It's the best situation they've had all game long, and it was just off a pistol. So hopefully that'll give him a little bit of life here. Kusa's going to have a second chance here with the op. So we'll see if, in fact, he can get the job done. This is a map where the op can come in really big on the CT side. So we'll see if Kusta can find his form here. We know that he has the ability, but he hasn't had it so far this game. He hasn't yet to get a frag, in fact. See if he can change that.
Well, look at him again. They're pushing aggressively to take control of this ladder room. Can Mainline hold it this time as JDM gets the first kill onto Uber, who is 1 in 8 now. Now, okay, so we had somebody else call it so far here. Oh, let's hold that for a bit. Mainline is actually going to look towards the ladder room. He gets the first kill onto Cutler, but it's quickly traded out by Hayes. JDM and Tarek are being forced back towards T-Con. That smoke is going to hold them for a little bit longer, but who's usually the in-game leader right now for the CT side?
Mainline.
Okay, so Mainline actually just went out and asked Ryu for some help because he ran out of ideas. So you could see that the morale is already very low for EnemyGG so far, and they need some help in terms of at least positioning, or they just don't know what's going on. Even face-to-face 1 versus 1 fights, they're not winning it against CLG.
I mean, here's the thing. CLG is one of the best teams in North America, dude. Like, Liquid, Cloud9 and CLG. That's our 3 top teams from the actual continent of North America. And you got Enemy, a new team to the Pro League, trying to tackle like an elite level team with NNA, and even a team that can compete internationally, that wins maps against top teams, that makes it to majors. I mean, there's just a huge skill disparity here, if we're completely honest about it. Well, hopefully they can override it a bit. But, I mean, they'd have a 2v2 here. It's winnable, but that is such a GG Molotov.
Yeah. That's such good timing, but they still catch Finesse off guard. And then Kusa gets the kill, and the Molly runs out.
Not enough time?
No, they have enough time.
Okay. But I just, like, that's a super huge Molotov. I see a lot of teams doing that now. You just bank it off the door there, upper.
But
and
the timing was off.
It's so perfect.
The timing was off. He should have waited a little bit longer to time that correctly, where they wouldn't have enough time to go for that full diffuse. And at the same time, maybe even wait until they hear the tap.
Right. This is very true there. So just enough time to defuse in the end. And Enemy finally find their first round. They had a close round a little while ago on just a pistol buy, but now they finally actually convert one. So hopefully this gives them a little bit of confidence here, as Uber is again going to press up aggressively here on ladder. But Finesse able to catch this pick over in Ivy. So catching that aggression is the lurk from Finesse. And I mean, how many times have we seen CLG have a 5v4 in the first 20 seconds of the round, man? A lot.
8 rounds so far. 9, with this being the 9th.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, JDM though is holding in his angle. I think the opera's just on the other side. Yeah, it's gonna be Kusta from Ivy, and he manages to connect that shot onto Relics. That little slot that you actually see from the T-Con was amazing to get that kill. That's crazy.
That was pretty good here. And now Hayes. What? I don't know how you even got up there, but he does get taken out by Anomaly. No, I got you. JDM, though, finding another pick here with the op, and JDM's just been on fire this game. He's already up to 16 frags and 8 rounds played, dude. Keeping that 2 KDR. That's massive.
Yep. Anomaly down to last man standing. 3 versus 1 and 19 HP coming in from Ivy. He waited just a little bit longer to see if anybody was going to line up. But finally, as he manages to shoot, Cutler, I should notice him on time, got the kill. At least he got the dink, but at the end of the day, the kill is what you need. They salvaged that AWP for JDM, and it's 8-1 with a reset once more.
Yep, yeah, exactly. I was just going to say the money reset's really big here for Enemy. This forces them. They force up what they can, but if they lose this, they're basically going to save again, so that could be like 10-1 for CLG. So this is a crucial round for them. I do want to note that whenever they had their last force buy, they were able to make it a close 1v1 situation, so we can't count them completely out, but JDM's op's been massive. Tarek's even pulling out a second op now. I mean, they have so many rounds already on this D side that they're just going to let people do whatever they want at this point, I feel like, because they're just going to slowly, push into the side or bomb side again.
Now it's actually a 5-on-2 situation, and this save is once again not working. Oh my god, that actually somehow worked. They were fully flashed, both of them, and as Uber comes out of it, he wins that one, and also puts JD down to 22. This could still be actually very good for them, because they managed to salvage an AK-47, and they also have a lot of HP for Anomaly and Uber right now. But it's a double op setup for Tarek and for JDM, and Tarek gets the headshot onto Anomaly. Uber last man standing, up down by JDM. And a double op setup is still so deadly for CLG.
Yeah, they're up 9-1 now with that force by Enemy force to pretty much take a save here unless they want to force again. So a great chance for CLG just to keep extending this lead up to 10 rounds. A double digit on the T side of train. It's not a place you want to be if you're Enemy. You don't want to be giving up that many rounds, but they just struggle to do much here. I mean, you got guys on this team like Relics who are 1-9. You got guys like Uber who's 2-10, and a lot of it is them playing aggressive positions, like up close on the different spots at the outer yard, or trying to peek up lower ramp and just getting blasted and giving up an early pick.
Hayes now coming out. He's gonna spot Kusta, and he manages to lose that fight 1 versus 1 head to head from the E-box. And meanwhile, though, Tarek evens it up from a 4v4 situation. Finesse creeping across towards Ali in the back of the CT side train lanes, and he gets the kill. And mainline also falls, and just like that, just getting dispatched 1 by 1. And that's the reason why we're getting these pauses, we're getting these kills where it's happening, where they're all dying 1 by 1, because they're actually not setting up for trades, even if it's an eco.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty accurate there. It's also just CLG are just a way better team, man. Like, it's just skill versus skill at this point. CLG just have the fraggers. Like I said, ever since they made their changes with Cutler being able to in-game lead and be able to frag still as consistently as he used to, something Finesse could never do while he was the in-game leader, that's big. And since Finesse can now focus just on lurking and fragging, he stepped up his game in the fragging department. You know, JDM's coming alive with the op really well. Hayes is doing well in his entry fragging role. Tarek's always been really good. I mean, they're just a good team, man. They're like really good. But Enemy, this is a great push here at the inner halls. They're finally making some aggression work.
And why? Because they're setting up for trades. They pinched in towards ladder room. If they actually draw towards ladder room, he could have maybe hurt. Kusta was there, but at least he had some backup from Uber. Then Ashley Anomaly, should I say Skylar and Mainline pushed up towards lower ramp, and they got the 3 kills there. But let's not discount the fact that JDM's still alive. Yes, maybe his teammate fell down. It's a 5 versus 1, but the way he's been playing tonight, he makes it a 4 versus 1 now.
It was a 1v5, now a 1v4. You got to think JDM can't do this one, though. I mean, he's been great, but this is asking a bit much, I feel like. And, yeah, Uber will be able to take him out there. So, finally, another round on the board here from CLG. But, again, they do have to worry about the money being reset again. Granted, they hold on to a lot of guns, so not a lot of rebuying has to take place, but a little bit does. And that money reset would still hurt quite a lot if this round doesn't work out.
CLG is at a point where they could buy for the rest of this game. Maybe at least until round 14 if things go really badly. But with the game, the way that this game has been unveiling so far, you don't see them going into a safe situation towards the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, double op here for the CT side as well. And Kusta able to get the initial pick there on the Cutler. So finally, Enemy getting an opening pick. That's 2 rounds in a row they've been able to do that, actually.
Mainline catches Finesse off guard, and he's going to try to re-peek out in case JDM was close, but he's just going to re-smoke it right now and play it close, actually. But JDM is still creeping up slowly with this AWP. Smart move here for Mainline to fall back towards outside.
And Hayes positions with this bomb inside the ladder room here. CLG are a man down, so Enemy, they have the advantage. They just need to play it well. They put 3 in the outer side, but 1 in Z for the quick rotate. And they're just going to trust on their solo winner player Anomaly. And CLG will be splitting this outer bomb side, so we'll see how these duels go.
Well, they spot 1 behind red and 1 at Z. They couldn't connect on the kills. This is talking about CLG. Relics is still down. He's about to get mollied, so he's going to be pushed out and might give a chance for ladder room to get the pick. And yep, they're running across, but the offshot comes back from Relics on a 2 JDM. He's last man standing. Now a 2 versus 1 as he catches Relics at the E-box. Going for the fake plant. And he's going to get caught from behind by Mainline. And that's now going to be 10-3. But again, do you usually see this more of a CT side these days? Like it was in 1.6 still?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think when you compare this version of Train to like the old, Train SE version that we used to play like a year ago or whatever, it definitely does have more opportunities for terrorists than the other version of Train had. I think it's a bit more balanced, but it's definitely still CT-sided.
So we'll have to see what we could do to maybe try to... Are we going to try to fix this map again? I don't know. I think
it's fine.
Yeah, most of the times we are trying to look at more balancing the maps, but I like kind of see like the CT-sided maps and then the comeback as we change sides. But
I think as long as you have a map pool that features like an equal amount of T-sided maps and CT-sided maps, you're fine.
Yeah. Now they're going to try to capitalize on the inner bomb site. Relics is forced to fall back towards the bomb train and side B, and he's going to now fall back and... Let's see what's going to happen out of this. I am still good to go. So,
okay. Not
sure you crashed?
That was.
Okay.
No, I'm good. I had a little bit of a pause there, but now we're good. We do have a 4-on-4 here for CLG as they are again trying to look for the outer bomb site. Hayes in his new entry fragging position for this team over the last few weeks, looking to see if he can't find an opening here in the outer yard. There's one inside heaven. That's going to be Uber, but everyone else is kind of split towards the inner bomb site.
Surprisingly enough, because we have been working towards outside picks very often. We have one up towards CT Heaven so far, though. And Finesse is going to take him down, so that's it. They're going to plant the bomb. It's a 4 versus 3. And at this point, they're still going to try to retake it. The flashes are coming through. Trying to jump out right now. Anomaly is trying to get this kill. He does so onto Hayes, but there's still one towards the ladder room. It's going to be Cutler that's going to have to peek out. And Finesse at the same time towards Ulrich gets the kill, and there you go. Anomaly was able to capitalize onto Tarek, but leaving it on a 2 versus 1. Cutler comes out of the ladder room, and we're moving into the last round of the first half with, no surprise, CLG able to buy.
Yes, we had a little bit of a pause there because apparently a couple people from Enemy were having some issues there, but apparently they're good to go now. But they're in the last round of the half without much to work with. Their money got reset again there in round number 13. That leaves them with nothing really as CLG approaches a 12th round from the T side of Train. So this is not the situation Enemy wanted to find themselves in here in a game where they were hoping to pull an upset. With CLG looking for their first win of the season, and they're in good position to at least close out this map. As we will move on to Overpass for map number 2, which is also a pretty good CLG map lately. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, the morale is so low right now. No, they're invis. Yeah, they're definitely invis right now for me.
Eric's like in the ground for me, dude. He's like a frog hopping around.
Oh no, I see some peeps.
Oh, okay.
So let's see what happens right now. Is funny thing is though, for me at least, Kusta has a terror skin. So, anyways,
I love these Go TV bugs.
Yeah, last round of the first half here. JDM is gonna look for an entry, move it into this lower area. So he's gonna be met up with 3 of his teammates. They're gonna execute right now to try to get this pick at lower. They spot nothing there. Anomaly gets the first kill, but quickly traded out by JDM. Gets a quick scope onto Relics as well. Trying to go for a third one. Kusta is in the back there with the scout, but they have nothing to work with. Tarek also with the AWP, taking out main line. JDM watching the flank, like killing Invisible Man, because I actually did not see that model come out. And just like that, we're ending the first half 12-3, and I'm going to reconnect just in case.
Yeah, that helped me out. JDM, 23 frags that half with the op. Had a lot of entry frags. Had a lot of multi-frag rounds as well. Just straight up outclassed Enemy. I mean, what can you say? It's not like Enemy were making mistakes or anything like that. It wasn't really mental mishaps as much as it was just getting clearly outclassed across the board. Just getting out-fragged. I mean, I think CLG just got off to a really big start. You saw Enemy try to recover there a little bit towards the end of the first half, but they just had already taken too much damage. They couldn't get things going. They had their money reset at the very end going into the last round of the half. That hurt as well. There's a lot stacked up against Enemy there. It's not like you can blame on any one person. Like, no one particularly played well on that team. No one particularly played super poor. I mean, yeah, I guess you can look at the numbers and say Relics and Uber were a bit off, and the other 3 were a bit better. But it's not like anyone had like a big performance. They just struggled as a team.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it comes to experience that they want. Yeah, of course they're frustrated, but at least they're starting to feel how, you know, top tier North American teams play. And maybe catching up to that, well, maybe not. It might take a bit before they're able to catch up to that, but getting that little bit of experience, forcing these best of 2s at least, so they're getting experience 2 maps at a time.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, Enemy, like all these guys in Enemy last season, when they were playing ESCA Premier, they were playing CEVO main and making playoffs and making it to placement. All their guys were just racking up. Like Uber had ridiculous numbers when you looked at his ESCA Premier career and his time in CEVO main when they were the top dogs there. You know, same could be said for Kusta. Same could be said for pretty much the whole lineup.
Yeah, so you do see a difference in terms of skill set from what they had in main versus now.
Yeah, they're just up against way better players now. And so these guys, like Uber, like Kusta, who have never touched professional CS before, they're going to have to take their licks when they first step into this scene, you know? And hopefully they'll learn from those licks. They'll grow. They'll stick together, or at least, you know, remain active, and they'll work on it, and they'll get better. But right now, like I said, they're just they're taking the punishment that comes with being the new guys on the block.
Now, with the confidence that CLG has built so far, do you think it's going to be such... They're going to go with the aggressive, in-your-face type of, like, let's show no respect and just finish this map right now for JDM and crew?
I guess it depends on how the pistol round goes. I think CLG will play pretty standard on the pistol just to try to make sure that Enemy can't, you know, crawl back into this game, and then we'll just go from there. I mean, Enemy obviously needs a pistol to even have a dream of making this thing work out. But even still, I think, even with the pistol, there's too much damage has been dealt, man. Like, CLG
aggressive pistol for CLG would be the call for this round here.
CLG wins this game now 99 out of 100 times. Like, you know, they're on the CT side of Train now with 12 rounds. Like, this is just too much for Enemy, I feel like.
Well, we're now starting in the second half. Let's see how it unfolds as our predictions. Let's see if it comes into fruition. 3 of them heading out here from the spawn, and they're going to split up with 2 guys pushing aggressively towards alley side. So yeah, you're right. It's sort of basic so far. Finesse is actually leaning all the way up towards the lower ramp to spot things out. Yeah, so it's default going on for CLG. Hayes gets instantly gooshed, and they're executing towards the outside. He needs heavy backup going through, and they're going to push towards the back of the trains, and then out towards hell.
Ouch.
Kapow, kapif, kapoof. Yes, indeed. That's gotta hurt. There's only one man remaining as Finesse gets the kill into mainline inside ladder room. And Anomaly, they know exactly where he's at as Cutler gets to one-tap onto Anomaly. And now it's another flawless victory for a pistol round for CLG.
Yeah, so in the first 3 rounds of the second half, like that or the first half of that 3-0 pattern you usually see, CLG only lost 1 member in those 3 rounds. And here we have a flawless victory on the pistol round here on the CT side as well. So, like, Enemy not even getting close to winning these early rounds. And that's just rough, man. Like, especially when you're already down 3-12, you got to try to find a way to win that pistol. They just got outshot again. I mean, they had a good positioning too.
Yeah, you had the insta-goosh on the first guy, and you just couldn't capitalize on the kill.
And they also got out Ivy. They got into the outer yards. I mean, they were set up pretty well. They just couldn't find the frags.
Well, it's now time for submachine rifles for JDM, or submachine guns, sorry, for JDM and Hayes in FAMASIS. Yeah, for Tarek and Finesse. And Relic's just holding behind that smoke, so JDM pushes through that and evens it up on a 4 versus 4. And mainline getting the 1D, though, onto Cutler towards the outside. Yeah, so
the dream.
Looking dangerous, treading hot water.
There is a trance here now. I mean, they have a 4-on-3, excuse me. We did have Finesse be able to come in here and get one. Still holding this outer yard. Hayes with the P90, doing a lot of damage here. Gets 1 kill also.
Oh, but meanwhile, Finesse gets a double kill on the front of the bomb train, leaving Anomaly the last man standing. He was able to put down Hayes to 10 HP, but Hayes knows that he heavily damaged Anomaly as well, and that he was playing towards the alleyway, so they're just going to look at different angles to try to pin him down, because there is no time left on the clock. And looks like Anomaly decides to walk back towards the alleyway and walks to his doom.
Yeah, so I think we're just getting to the final moments here of this. I mean, Enemy, they could force what they possibly can to try to stop CLG going for map point. Otherwise, you're just saving up to play for an OT where you have to win, 12 in a row to get there. They will get the force buy option.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. Hayes, how do you get headshots with the P90? I don't get this gun.
I mean,
it's quite easy.
Does
Hayes.
it matter, Hayes? Really?
It's so easy. You aim the head and you just burst. Any burst just is so accurate. Anyways, back with the action. Uber winning face-to-face against Cutler, was trying to spam with the MP7, but Tarek on the top of Z retaliates back to even it in a 4v4 situation. It is a full pistol buy going in for Enemy because they don't want to play for the tie. As Tarek catches Uber out towards E-Box, and now it's a 4-on-3.
Indeed it is. I mean, they forced up what they could here, but they're getting taken care of pretty easily. Finesse is even pushing inner halls for the information, plus he does a lot of damage, so everyone else at outer yard can hold firm knowing that inner is safe.
Yeah, meanwhile, you see Tarek just dancing around, trying to bait it out for his teammate to just hold down towards the other side of the wall. That is going to be Hayes with the P90. He's going head-to-head against Anomaly right now, so if Tarek doesn't capitalize and connect with a shot, well, at least he does have his teammate to help him out. Ooh. Long range here. He does get the kill on to Tarek. Just tappity-tap. And there you go. Not only falls down from Tarek as well, so Relics is going to be the last man standing, and he just gives up. He's like, I know this is not going to happen. Runs into the flames.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Yes.
Tarek showing us what Silence M4 still has its usages. I mean, he was really accurate with it. Got 4 kills on the round there. And there you have it. It is map point here for CLG. 15-3 Enemy. Certainly having a tough time here on train.
I'd feel like I'd be in hell too if I was playing CLG right now in this map.
Here's the thing, like, Enemy has never really been a team that plays train a whole lot to begin with, and CLG has shown a lot of good results on it lately. So it was kind of a perfect formula really for CLG. Plus they're just a better team overall.
Well, it's an all-out push with the Tech 9s as Hayes finally gets what he wanted. It's a headshot with the P90. And they actually get a bomb plant. So we're actually going to get possibly a defuse coming in to end this game. So Crusoe is going to be the last man standing. There you go. Real calls it as well. You got a headshot with it. So Crusoe is the last man standing, and that's it. The defuse comes through, and we're ending the first map 16-3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say there other than CLG has dominated them. I mean, pistol rounds were flawless, both halves. JDM.